I guess in our video for you. This one is the next part of the free agents prediction video series. This is for the Ravens, our team athletic order. Let's get it started. Big news potentially is what to do with Mark Andrews and then Justin Tucker. Justin Tucker's huge news. He's the only kicker. Andrews is bigger. I feel like. So I feel like Andrews should get traded. So that's what I want to do. I feel like so I'm gonna trade him just because I feel like that could happen with him having a not so good of a game and then the season, and I'm having Isaiah Likely. I feel like they're high on. So I'm gonna have them trade Andrews, and then I'm gonna have them go to their Harbaugh brother. Could really use a tight end. They've been searching for a good tight end for a while. They haven't really found it. So I feel like they're still looking. Whether they could try to find it. Dang, okay. I did not realize how much Trey Pickens was getting paid by the Chargers. Just look at that now. But yeah, Bellingham traded the Chargers. I don't get him. He could maybe be a third on his own, but I just feel like just because he's getting a little up there, he only has 1 year left on his deal. I feel like the Ravens might need to add an extra pick to get a third back, and Ravens have a ton of picks, so I feel like they could add the last of their 3 6 rounders to try to get extra value to get to be a third. Maybe Andrews can be worth just a third on his own, but I feel like he's got some stuff going against it. So I feel like Andrews 213 to the Chargers for third. So let's get in this all in this year's draft. So let's process this trade. So yeah, I kind of just brought up. So there's a third the Ravens are getting. There's a six Chargers are getting. They don't allow me to do players in this, so I can't do one for one. So I'll say add a next year's seventh. I was about to say make it. I made it easy on trades, so that's why I said it. Obviously, not no Andrews in there that would not be accepted. That'd be a really bad trade for Ravens. I mean Chargers. So yeah, now that's trade's gone. So that way when we get to the draft, I have that started just so I make sure I don't forget about it. Now with that trade, the Ravens get 11 million extra cap space. Now they have a little under 20, a little over 19. Now on Tucker, if his abuse, sexual abuse cases against the massage therapist ends up being true, I feel like they could get rid of him just because they might be able to buy his contract. I don't know for sure, but if they just release him, they'll take more of a cap hit actually. Like they'll take more 500K more in dead cap than they'll have to pay him cap space this year. So that's not really worth it. Maybe they might be able to avoid it if it ends up being true. So I'm not the I don't know for now. I'm just assuming that doesn't happen. Like move on from two really good long time players from the one off season's kind of crazy. But Tucker's potential because he did have a lot of struggles this year. Yeah, skip to the rest of the roster. They still, like I said before, they have 19 million in cap, so they have a good amount. I feel like a good way to make more. You can get 15 million extra. I don't want to restructure Lamar's contract, give him move his minimum base to a bonus, give him an extra 2 void years. But hey, he's your franchise quarterback. That tells him matter a ton. So now create around 15 million in cap space. Now we have a little over 34 million. That's a big difference. Now he can sign decent amount, some decent players. He's still your highest paid player, which is kind of crazy. You take 15 million and you're still your highest. Martin Humphrey could deal, or at least just because 25 million. Like he's a good corner, but I don't really think he's worth 25 million compared to other corners market right now. But like the release would only save you 9 million and give you 16 million cap. So maybe next year, it only has 1 year left. I don't know what numbers would be if it did next year. So yeah, so maybe you restructure instead. But if you don't release them next year, do you really want to restructure it? So that made even less sense to restructure them. Marcus Williams here. Oh, dang! Like he's a guy I really want to release, but that literally takes extra 7 million off your cap. But like he's worth that 8 million. So that's kind of sucks that you really want to release him and take extra 7 million in dead cap this season. Kind of helps so you don't have to pay Cal Hampton and Taylor Linderbaum sanctions won't start. anytime soon. Don't have to worry about that. What does Sean Bateman beat? But Sean Bateman's down with injuries over secure. How did he? Did he? I can't remember. Did he play? Did he play all the games? So he played all 17. Yeah, I feel like it's worth that salary. He's not getting paid too much. So let's see. Our strokes here only 3 million. Top fee away is someone's rookie deal. Um, so yeah, they feel like they'll extend him on. So yeah, let's do a 3 year deal. Um, I'll just go 40. Why is it no? So also, oh, is that this year? No, it's start next year. I also give him a 3 year extension. Probably more worth more than this. I'll just throw 30 million in as his. Okay, that's a little better. I was gonna keep his that because I feel like 12 million is a good cap hit for him. Uh, all right, more how much time on this. I feel like that's a good. Probably get more of a cap hit. I feel like that's a good cap hit for him. So I'll still make that. And then especially if them trading Andrews, I feel like they'll definitely want to get a likely extension done now. That we don't have to worry about him having a great year with Andrews gone. So I'll give a 2 year extension. Yeah. See here. Um, um, all right. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. I'm just you can ignore all these like what I put in here. I'm just trying to find like a decent cap hit for him. So 5 there. That's 6.5 million. It's decent cap hit considering he has improvement a ton. So likely to extend it for 2 more years. Don't worry about him. Still 33 million cap space. How much can you get restructuring Ant? No. Yeah, I'll restructure Roquan Smith, get 11 million extra in cap space. Now you have 44 million, which for a contending team is a really good is a good amount. Most like contending teams with a non-rookie deal quarterback don't have this much cap space. Obviously, if you're a team with a rookie quarterback, I mean a guy in a rookie contract, you probably do quarterback wise, but like more often than that, you don't. Um, Nightwing is a rookie. Michael Pierce is really cheap. We'll probably want a new deal. Um, they really do like Hill. They'll probably want to release him. They're most likely keeping Kolar with Andrews being traded. Wait, Anthony Miller. You know, yeah, I'll release Anthony Miller, get extra 1 million. He see does nothing. Might as well get that extra million where you can. So then, okay, let's just look at some of these their free agent contracts. Anthony Johnson, they just brought him back. They get him so they can get comp pick. He's gone. So if you're already Stanley here, man, 20 million though, that's a lot with how little cap space they have. Um, 7 million cap hit, that's not too bad. So I'll extend Stanley for 2 years. 41 million. Just keep him around. Like you directed Rosengarten last year, but you don't really have much out of like starting guys you can really replace him at tackle. Especially Macari ends up leaving because then you lose depth on the interior as well. You already lost all of your old linemen last year, probably losing some more this year. So like probably you want to keep one of them if you can afford to. They have a lot of free agents actually. How much does Stevens want? 8 million. Did you have to Wiggins? Who are their other corners? You got Humphrey, obviously. Let's see here. Corners. Yeah, Tredavious White's gone. They got Merlot. He's okay. Alex and Stevens on a 2-year deal, just because you do not have much at corner behind them right now. That way, if you want, you can still fetch corner, run higher rounds because it's only a 2-year deal. But this way, you don't have to if you don't want. Now you got him extended. I feel like Josh Johnson's gonna come back on a cheap deal. I feel like he's unless he retires, but I feel like he'll come back. How much would the card want? Oh, franchise tag for 0 million. Did they just? I know Capone Ice House they get paid like nothing, but did they just not calculate that? Because I doubt he's getting paid 0 million. I doubt he's going to get paid 0 million in franchise tag. I also doubt anybody's on franchise tag at fullback nowadays. Brent Urban's been all right for them recently. I'll send him on a cheap 1-year deal. They're only 1.2 million in cap hit. That's nothing. They lost a lot of their safeties last year. So I'll extend a Darius Washington on a 1-year minimum deal. Probably get more than that, but I'm not going to go into that. They brought in Josh Jones, but if they don't bring back Ronnie Stanley, maybe they do, just because he does know he's been there a year and has started in the past. He hasn't been a great starter, but he has started. How much of a car you want? Do you really want to invest 10 million? That already? Yeah, like I'm one of my previous videos they had him sign in like trades wise. I'll try to keep them all together, like in this, but like phrase and signings probably not all together, just because I'm predicting it for a different team. So yeah, I'll have them extend Mercari on a 3-year deal or 4.5 million this upcoming year cap hit wise. Let's see here. How much is yeah, Hardy's a good kick for you know, yeah. Talon Wallace, how much is he's cheap. They'll extend Talon Wallace as a depth 5 receiver and a cheap 1-year deal. Let's see here. How much does Josh Jones want? 1 point. No, you don't really have much at backup tackle, and he's cheap. So I'll extend him on a 1-year deal just because with you don't have you like Ian after getting back Stanley and Macari too. You don't have much backup tackles wise. So and he can be a little versatile. So I'll have that happening. Because if you look at their backup tackles, it's literally him. Obviously, they'll probably sign or draft a backup tackle this year, but still, like you don't have a hard backup tackle. You want to have a few backup tackles. Darius White, I'm on lock. McCard, I'm going to do just because I don't. Well, it's a fullback. They'll probably resign him. He's been there for a long time. Malik Harrison, who are their backup linebackers? The linebackers. So or so. I guess he had started sometimes. They had Trenton Simpson. He's young, but I don't really like any of those other guys. How much is so? It's not super cheap, but it's a cheap 1-year deal. Bring him back. He's been there for his whole career, I think. So just bring him back cheap. In Cleveland here, and I'll let Cleveland walk for that. So yeah, you know, now change my mind. Like, wait, does this dead cap not go back since I extended Stanley? Usually, a lot of the dead cap, like for void years, will cancel if you extend guys. I guess not. How would I unprocess that? And I'll just leave it. I guess. I guess I'm not getting that 8 million back. No, I'm not release Marcus Williams. Yes, it's extra 7 million dead cap, but he needs to go. He barely plays, and when he does, he does not look very good. So I'll let him go. How much should you get by restructuring a bouquet? Yeah, it's only 5 million, but I'll restructure by the bouquet to save some money. How much could you do with Hanoi? That's nothing. How about Bateman? 2 million. Roderick Washington. Uh, yeah, like they got a lot of guys on like cheap deals. They've been good at drafting. I'm not gonna re-sign Aguilar, so I'll process that Floyd. I'll unlock. Arthur Malott. I feel like they like him, but to say 2.2 million, I'll release him. He's getting up there. A lot of rookie deals. Um, okay, that's nothing. Um, yeah, that's really it there. How much cap do they got? 23 million. Yes, maybe I'll go come back, but for now, I think that's it. Restructures wise and releases. Let's go with some free agents. They got some young guards. Who good guards? Really, they Makari. They re-signed Makari. Then Makari off. Maybe they signed a guard. They re-signed Stevens. They got rid of him a lot, but no, that's not like a huge loss where you need to definitely replace him. They got Hamilton. What's the other safety now? Darius Washington. I re-signed Washington, so I don't really have to worry about safety. So DT, they got Stones and they got Michael Pierce. So Cedric Washington was a free agent. No, so they only need DT. My receiver. How much do Mike Williams want? They got Bateman. They got Flowers. They're getting some nailed injuries. So I feel like Williams could be like a decent depth signing that maybe works out. He's also injury prone. This kind of sucks. But I feel like it could be a decent signing for cheap on a 1 year deal. So I'll have them bring in Williams. Let's see here. So they got Andrews. How much does Conklin want? So they got Andrews. He got likely, but still, like probably do want to have a decent another decent tight end. Cox. No, I had the Falcons sign him. They get maybe help behind picks at tight end. All the Ravens sign him. Just because with Andrews gone, they're not great at tight end, so might as well get some depth there. So have them sign Cox to a little under 2 million for 1 year. How much does Jackson want? Not too much for backup tackle. I thought he'd be decently cheap. I guess not. Harvick, he missed pretty much all the year. Who are their backup guards? Because Cleveland's probably gone. They could definitely use a backup guard. I'll have them sign Nate Herbig away from the Steelers. They see a couple players from the Steelers on a cheap 1 year deal there too. They didn't get rid of Tucker. If they got rid of Tucker, they probably would need a kicker, obviously. They got Stout. They don't need a punter. They re-signed Johnson. So maybe they get back quarterback. They don't for sure need one unless he retires. Great as they could, obviously. How much does Fulton want? Eh, that's a little more expensive for backup safety. I want just because Williams is gone, so you probably want some little depth, more depth at safety. We got Benoit. They got away. Got Isaac. They got Tavius Robinson. Got some recent draft picks at edge, but they haven't invested a ton of high picks. That was Thomas want. Hold it. The one. Yeah, all of them bring in Solomon Thomas on a minimum. It'll be more than minimum, but I was having him that. Shouldn't be too expensive, even if it is. And him when it's a minimum. Try Yeah, I feel like they could use some outside linebacker depth. Van Noy's getting up there. They have some young packs, but they can still use some depth. Let them sign Lorenzo Carter to cheap 1.824 million. Just like the Ravens could go big, maybe sign with the big name receivers. They don't have a lot of cap space, and they got a couple of young guys. I feel like they're relatively high on in Bateman and Flowers. Obviously, they're high on Flowers. I feel like they're a little high on Bateman as well. So, who are some other guys I could see here? Maybe if they release Hill, maybe they go and try to sign a running back. But even then, they have some young running backs. Maybe I'll bring in Mosley. The guy is like always injured. Seems like Mosley is like always injured. That shouldn't. Johnny Hackett for Rochelle. Like foot. Um. Okay. It's gonna. Okay. Maybe they ring in fullback if Ricard ends up leaving. So I check that out. No, it's so Clarkson or Raven. I doubt he comes back. How's Kune want? I feel like Kane could be a good third wide receiver if he makes you fourth guy. Just because you got two injury prone guys in Bateman and Williams now, so I feel like Widespread Kune could be a good depth guy for a year, and then you let Williams, let Oxney, and he can be a good third guy if you don't draft anybody high. So they bring in a Kune, Widespread Kune on a 2 year deal. Um, Yeah, that'll be it for science, for Asian science. I also don't do more, but that's really it I can think of. So let's go to the mock draft. So yeah, there's 86 for the F and Chargers. They have a lot of picks in this draft. Let's get this started. They're first team. I forgot to mention first team we've done so far that made the playoffs. Well, only done 3 teams, but I still. So they resigned Stanley. Would I end up giving Stanley a 3 year deal? Thing doesn't tell me. All right, doesn't I'll figure it out. But yeah, so maybe they do because he is gonna be 31 in like a month. Away is a free. Away has 1 year left on the steal off. I know he's getting up there. I signed a some depth edge, so I feel like they could use an edge. So I don't have to draft the Mike Green edge at Marshall's got a lot of first round buzz a little late. Now they got 59 him up. Okay. Oh, here's I didn't attack him first. Here's a guy has gone first before, but he's kind of fallen down some guys' boards. I feel like he could be a good tackle. He drafted Rosengard in the second round last year. Now you can get a guy who can valve for a little bit behind Stanley and mention move on for him. So we'll have them drafting Cameron Williams tackle Texas here. 59. Now they got 86 where they got from the Chargers. So who is here? Who's at corner? A little early, maybe a 90. Let's see what it has 91. Um, you know what? Got rid of Marcus Williams. I feel like they really like some safety depth. So I'll draft them Kevin Winston Jr., safety out Penn State here. Now they're back on the board with their own pick again at 91. So let's see who's here. Um, yeah, I signed Rushbrook Kune and Mike Williams, but Mike Williams on a 1 year deal. Kune's on 2 year deal, but he's a really def guy. So I'll draft them Jaden Higgins, wide receiver, Iowa State here. So now they have 128 coming up. Let's see who's on the board. So they have to tackle. They got a lot of running backs, but they do have running backs. Ollie Gordon could have bounced back year in there with a running quarterback. And Barton, who's their little D line? They have Trenton Simpson. They have they re-signed Malik Harrison. Trenton Simpson hasn't done a ton. I feel like they could add a little more linebacker. So I'm gonna get them Lantern Barton linebacker. Utah. It's another fourth round pick. They got 136. They over the years have had a lot of comp picks. They do again this year, like usual. So yeah, let's see who's corner. Yeah, I'll draft the top corner left on the board. Get them some depth help there. It's late fourth round. So I'm gonna give them Noel Williams, corner out Cal. So now you have another one to 176. So let's see who's here. Alrighty. Alrighty. So I signed Cox. They have likely traded Andrews, so I feel like this could be a good spot for a tight end. Could have done it earlier. I just didn't feel like it's a good spot for it, especially because I think they're high on likely. So I'll draft them. Um, Organde Gadsden, the second out Syracuse tight end. Then they right away at 178 again. Ronnie Hickmakins was safety at Clemson's only got taken between their two picks. Let's see, tier line. They already drafted corner, but I feel like this could be a good pick. This could be a little bit of steal. So, and they never hurts to have too much corner depth. So I'll draft them Kobe Bryant, corner out Kansas here. Now they're back at 185 again. This now the six. Might have been the six before. I wasn't really paying attention to what round it was. Sorry. So yeah, who was that running back? Because Henry has 1 year left. Oh, feel Henry ATN. Excuse me, I'm gonna say by Henry again. ATN. He had some more buzz coming here. He had a little bit down here, Georgia. A lot there. It's not there. No, that wasn't all his fault. So I'll draft them. Trevor Etienne running back at Georgia. Just yeah, add some more running backs. They have a lot of decent running backs. So why not have one more? Now back on board at 205. Like I said before, they have a ton of picks. That's why I didn't mind trading them other six rounders because they have a ton. So yeah, literally drafted a ton of positions. So now I'm gonna go back to the line and I'm gonna go to the tier though. I'm gonna give them Garrett, Deli, and Jared tier alignment of LSU just to get some more depth. There's a sixth round. You're really just drafting developmental players and slash special teamers at this point. Do they have another pick? So yeah, they're 245, and that's their last pick. So now who's here? What's there? Let's go back to the top. Any decent quarterback prospects? No, not for this pick. Just to get a developmental guy. A lot of teams do that sometimes. So I already drafted two corners. Who's available or receiver? Maybe it's Antoine Wells, but edge. Um, tackle. Let's just look at this. We drafted another corner, but do you really want to use three picks when you have some other guys who can go? So yeah, it's late seventh round. I just want to get them some depth at D line tier. I'm gonna get them. Who else is here? I'm gonna give them Elijah Roberts down as MU. Yeah, yeah. That's it for the Ravens predictions. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a good one.